Here are 10 ChatGPT power words to get 10x better answers from ChatGPT for free without any additional work. Now, most people have no idea about these power words. Most people prompt ChatGPT with the most basic generic prompt, like write me a post, and then they're disappointed when AI produces total slop. And the best part is you can use this with any AI model. I'm gonna dive into all 10 power words and show you real examples from my own ChatGPT conversations, but first hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next training. So here's our first one, truth mode. Type this is one word in your prompt. Truth mode, I'm interested in creating faceless short form videos. Is this a good business for me to make $10,000 per month? And here's ChatGPT's response. It treated it like a business viability check, not hype. It gave me the real truth, a brutally honest answer, not just hyping me up, agreeing with me about everything, glazing me just to feel good. It says, yes, it can be a good business, but not if your plan is post faceless shorts and collect platform payouts. Then it walks through the brutal math, the honest verdicts, only good business if you build an offer behind the content, okay? And then it talks about what would make this work realistically, okay? It even breaks down the biggest risk and the recommendation and a final answer. Can it make 10K per month? Yes. Is it likely from platform payouts? No. This is the brutal, honest truth. I love truth mode. It's super easy to remember. Again, you can type this single power word with your prompt, or if you already have an ongoing chat with ChatGPT, just type truth mode and it'll stop glazing and be much more critical and analytical about what you're asking. The second power word is ELI10, E-L-I-10. This stands for explain like I'm 10 years old. So basically we're asking ChatGPT to kind of dumb down its response a bit so we can understand what it's talking about. So in the same chat, I didn't type anything else. I just typed ELI10 and ChatGPT knew to translate its previous answer into 10-year-old terminology, like simple analogies and stories that I can understand. So it said, imagine you open a lemonade stand. Bad plan, I'll make money because lots of people walk by. That's attention. That's getting rewarded from platform payouts. Better plan, I'll use the crowd to sell offers like lemonade, cookies, and birthday party packs. Faceless short videos are the crowd walking by, they get attention, but attention alone usually doesn't pay much. I personally love using ELI10, especially if I get a really long answer from ChatGPT that's kind of hard to dissect, like it sounds good, but I'm not really sure, and I want to boil things down to the essence, boil it down to the fundamental principles here. What are we talking about? Power word number 3 is one of my favorites. It's REDTEAM. Now, this is a concept borrowed from cybersecurity where you'd have two different teams basically trying to hack each other. One would try to defend against the hack, and the other one would actively try to hack the other team. So REDTEAM, this keyword basically tells ChatGPT to poke holes in your logic. Like, what are your weak points? What can we hack here? What are the weakest areas in your thinking? In this case, we're talking about faceless shorts. ChatGPT says, here's why this business might not work for you. Reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, you may hate the actual work. The REDTEAM verdict, do not do this if your plan is automate videos and get rich. I love REDTEAM because it forces me to rethink a lot of my assumptions. Maybe I'm super excited about a decision I'm going to make, and then REDTEAM immediately pokes holes in all of these areas, identifies my blind spots, my weak spots, and really challenges me to think harder about whether this is something I want to do. ChatGPT power word number 4 is super fun. It is Hormozi. I personally adore Alex Hormozi. I think he gives the best business education for free in the entire space, okay? Now, when you type that one keyword in the same conversation, ChatGPT knows to shift its perspective. It's going to take on Alex Hormozi's perspective based on all the content and education that Hormozi puts out online. It's all free and it's all accessible, and ChatGPT can access it. Now, this is a broader principle and technique where you ask ChatGPT to take on a certain person's perspective. And this is really powerful. For example, if you're building an AI advisory board, you can have advisors, each one providing advice and giving feedback from a specific expert's perspective. In this case, Hormozi, master of sales, business, and content. So now Hormozi's take on our faceless shorts business idea is you do not have a faceless video business, you have an attention acquisition channel, and then the formula niche times pain times offer times volume times conversion. Hormozi's math would not be, can faceless videos make money? His math would be, can I use faceless videos to get 10 to 50 buyers per month? Because you can make 10K per month if 50 people buy a $200 offer or 200 people buy a $50 product. Then it walks through exactly what Hormozi would advise me to do. Build the offer first. It should be really simple. Here's an example 10K plan. Here's what Hormozi would actually do. Pick one buyer, right? Then make 100 videos for that one buyer, etc., etc. ChatGPT power word number 5 is one that everybody should have in their back pocket. It's /human. Type that and say, write a LinkedIn post about Sabrina Ramonov, the #1 AI educator for entrepreneurs. And you're gonna get a LinkedIn post that looks LinkedIn ready. I mean, this is, even the post I'm looking at right now is something I would post on LinkedIn right now. So type /human and then tell ChatGPT what you want it to write, and it's going to sound a bit more human. It's not perfect by any means, but it's going to sound a bit more human than its default generic obvious AI response. ChatGPT power word number 6 is a really fun self-reflection exercise. Future you, I'm stuck at a full-time job, but I want more control over my time and money. What should I do next? What this keyword does is ChatGPT will answer like your future self replying to you. It says future you would say, you don't need to quit your job right now. You need to buy your freedom in stages. Your job is not the enemy. Your job is your investor. I love this one. This one's really fun because as you build up memory with ChatGPT, it's going to know a lot more things about you, and it's going to then try to respond like your future self, like your future you, going back in time to give your younger self advice on what you would do next. So this is just a really fun one for self-reflection and trying to understand like what would, like if I was successful the way I want, if all of my dreams came true and my future self came back to give me advice, here's what my future self would tell me. Now, the next ChatGPT power word, in my opinion, is one of the most powerful. The keyword is unlearn. I can type it anywhere in the conversation. I can type it as a standalone keyword. And what this is going to do is show you all of the built up beliefs and mindsets and assumptions you have that you need to unlearn. This is one of my favorite to run periodically once every other month. Again, as ChatGPT knows more about you because you're having lots of conversations, it's going to pick up on your habits, your personal philosophy, your mindsets, and your perceived limitations. It's going to pick that up naturally from all the conversations you have with it. So when you type unlearn, this power word tells ChatGPT, okay, tell me all the things that I need to unlearn to achieve my goals, to become the person I state that I want to be. So in this case, it's telling me to unlearn the idea that freedom comes from one dramatic leap. It usually comes from stack proof. Unlearn this, I need the perfect idea. Unlearn this, I need to feel confident first. Unlearn this, my job is keeping me stuck. Unlearn this, I need a big audience, etc., etc. I really love this one because it gets ChatGPT to challenge some of your core philosophies and assumptions. And many people who've tried it said they're always surprised by the things ChatGPT's kind of picked up and is now identifying as the things you need to unlearn. So this exercise is super, super awesome. And again, the power of it comes from having a lot of conversation with AI already so that it can pick up on these like tiny habits and philosophies and worldviews that you are expressing in your conversations with chat. ChatGPT power word number 8 is 80/20. You may know this as the Pareto principle, that 20% of your effort results in 80% of the results. So when you type this into ChatGPT, it already knows you're referencing the Pareto principle, and it's going to identify what is the 20% of activities that actually drive the highest leverage, the most results with as little effort and action. And so here, going back to the example of being stuck in a full-time job and wanting more control over time and money flexibility, ChatGPT says the 20% that matters most is to sell a simple AI offer to real people while my job funds the experiment. I love this because this is what I tell people as well. Like, you don't need to jump ship just because you want to get into AI. You don't need to make any drastic changes in your lifestyle or in your employment. Treat your current job as the investor for whatever it is you want to do next. ChatGPT further breaks down, here's my highest leverage move. Create one paid offer, for example, an audit for entrepreneurs, sell it for this much, and here are my 80-20 weekly actions. Do these every single week. I love that it phrased it this way as well. I'm a big believer in tracking your inputs and not being so tied to the outputs. In many cases, for example, creating social media content, a lot of your content won't perform well, and it will surprise you which posts go viral. But as long as you're consistent, posting daily or posting however many number of times per week over a very long period of time, you will win. So I'm a big fan of figuring out what are my 80-20 actions, and then I'm going to make sure I do them consistently over a very long time horizon. The second half of the response in this 80-20 power word, ChatGPT is going to tell you what to ignore. And now this is just as important as figuring out what to focus on. People who think they're focusing by saying yes to 10 different things they want to do are completely deluded. Focus is all about saying no. It's all about figuring out what you really want to do and ignoring everything else. So when you type this 80-20 power word into ChatGPT, it's going to identify what is that 20% that drives results, and here's everything else you should ignore so that you can focus on that 20%. ChatGPT power word number 9 is Socrates. Now, Socrates was a philosopher, and the way he taught was by asking his students questions. Now, I personally love this format of interacting with AI because AI asks you questions and you have to answer the questions. You have to defend your beliefs and show what you've learned and what you think and why. So when I typed Socrates in this conversation, ChatGPT then threw a question back at me. What am I actually trying to escape? The job itself, the lack of autonomy, the income ceiling, the schedule, the people, or the feeling that my potential is being wasted? Ooh, that's a banger question. Then it goes on to say each one has a different solution. Now it goes on with a second question. What evidence do you have that entrepreneurs want to learn from you specifically? And are you trying to build freedom or are you trying to avoid discomfort? Now, I highly suggest when you go through this exercise yourself to answer each question to the best of your ability. If you truly don't know an answer, just say, I don't know. But it's going to walk you through this interactive process of asking you questions to identify what you really think, what your hangups are, what are your core motivations for doing something. Last but not least, ChatGPT power word number 10 is LINDYMODE. This will instruct ChatGPT to ignore trendy, hypey current stuff and answer based on tested, timeless, proven principles. So when I type LINDYMODE here, ChatGPT knew I'm going to ignore what's trendy. I'm going to figure out what has worked for hundreds of years and will probably still work for the next 100 years. And the answer is not AI tools. The answer is help people make money, save time, reduce pain, gain status, avoid risk, and become more capable. Prompts change, algorithms change, everything changes, but people's foundational motivations don't change. Again, money, time, reducing pain, status, avoiding risk, and becoming better. I really love this power word because it helps reset a lot of people's thinking. People can get so bogged down and distracted by all the shiny new toys, all the new buzzwords in AI, especially all the new tools coming out that are all insane and breaking news and killed a bunch of competitors. Honestly, a lot of that is just noise, guys. It's literally manufactured FOMO noise because creators know that it gets clicks. But what you really want to do is to ignore all of that noise and understand what is the underlying timeless principles here. Like, what do people really want at the end of the day? How can I help them achieve that? And then I will figure out how to use AI to deliver that. In this particular conversation thread, ChatGPT talks about the durable skills to build. If I want more control over time and income, build skills that don't expire, right? Selling, writing, teaching, creating offers, distribution, building trust. Don't Don't chase faceless videos because they are hot. Use them to build a timeless skill, getting attention and turning it into trust. That wraps up 10 power words you can use with ChatGPT or any other AI tool that will completely change the answers you get, improve them, and also challenge your thinking and give you new perspectives. I highly encourage you to try this out in a fresh ChatGPT conversation and let me know in the comments what you think. And don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next training.